So today we are working with twos, aka doubles. With your counters, I don't care if you pick all red or all yellow, just pick one color. I want you to make a 2 by 2 array. A 2 by 2 array. Think about what I'm saying. You can figure it out. Think about how to build an array. There's two parts to an array, right? Rows and columns. I want a 2 by 2 array. So I'm telling you how many rows I want and how many columns I want. I want a 2, look at my fingers, 2 by 2. So your array probably looks something like this.
Different colors.
Yep, it might be red, that's fine. A 2 by 2 array. So when I say a 2 by 2, what I'm saying is how many columns I want and how many rows I want. 2 columns by 2 rows. What math equation goes with that array? What math equation goes with that, Naviana?
2 groups of.
Fantastic.
0?
Nope. She's close. She's right on the right track. Aiden, Tracy, what you think? Nope. 2 groups of, Ryan, 2. Equals, I said equations, so we need a product in there. Santiago?
2?
No. 4. 2 groups of 2, column must switch counters, is 4. You need to write the equations in your notebook. You do not have to draw an array in your notebook, but you do need to write the equations. Santiago, on the page that we're working on though. Alright, with your array, I want you to change it into a 2 by 3. 2 columns by 3 rows. 2 columns by 3 rows. So now your array on your desk should look like this. I have 2 columns and 3 rows. What's my equation? What's my equation? Piper? Keep going, equation. Oops.
2 times 3 equals 6.
Very good. Let's add another group of 2. I want a 2 by 4 array on your desk. So now your equation or your array looks like this.
2 by what?
2 by 4. 2 columns by 4 rows. A 2 by 4. That is the thing you use to work with. You know how they measure it? It's like 2 inches by 4 inches. Just like in frame. So if you've heard of a 2 by 4 in construction, that is off of math right there. Jackson?
So are we going to work on cores today also with multiplication?
We are. Hopefully.
Is this equation able to work with cores also?
We'll see. We'll see. Keep that in mind. What is our equation for this array, Jackson?
3 times 4.
Keep going. I said equation.
2 times 4 is 8.
Awesome. Add another group of 2. Add another group of 2.
Oh my god.
How many groups of 2 do I have now? That's a tricky question. How many groups of 2? Groups of 2. Emily, how many groups of 2 do I have?
5.
I have 5 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does that make sense? Yes? No?
Yes. Yes.
What's going to be my equation? What's going to be my equation that goes with my array? Colin, what you think?
2 times 5 equals 10.
Awesome. Add another group of 2.
Oh, I'm getting used to this.
Add another group of 2 to your array. Another 2. What's going to be the equation I'm working with now? What's going to be the equation I'm working with now? Sabrina?
2 times 6 equals 5.
Awesome.
Another 2.
Nope.
Oh.
But I would like you to make a 2 by 10 array in your notebook. Or with your counters, not in your notebook, with your counters. 2 by 10. I want you to make a 2 by 10 array with your counters. 2 by 10. Why? Oh, let's go. What is my equation for the 2 by 10 array that you made on your desk? Ryan?
2 times 10 equals 20.
Awesome. Awesome. Look at your equations that you've been writing in your notebook. Move your counters to the side, just in a pile. And I want you to look at your equations that you have written down. What are some things that you notice about the equations that you wrote? We have 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. What are you starting to notice? So if you're looking at me, you're playing with your counters, you're not looking at your equations. You should be looking at the equations that you just wrote. What's something that you're starting to notice? Some things, I'm writing, you're writing, that I notice some things that I notice. I want you to write down at least one thing that you notice in the equations that we just did. I need you to look again because there is a very clear pattern that you can see. Talk to me. What's one thing that you noticed? Caleb, what did you notice? Ooh, that's really cool. So he said, and I'm kind of changing your words a little bit, but the product, the answer, to any of our 2's always an even number. That's a great observation, Caleb. I like it. The product of 2's is always even. If you didn't come up with that, go ahead and add that to your observations. Great. I like it. Colin, what'd you notice?
That if you multiply with 2, basically just adding, like with 2 times 6 equals what is the product is 12.
Uh-huh. So how is it like adding? You're not wrong, we're just not all the way right yet. Jackson, you want to help Colin out?
It's like adding because we're just adding the same number 2 times.
So when we multiply by twos. We add the other number twice. So in Colin's example, he said 2 times 6. Well, that other number is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. And we know that because that's repeated addition. So that makes sense. If you have that, you don't have to write it again. Okay. Emily, what did you say?
That in the product, it's counting by 2.
Ooh.
6, 8, 10.
Interesting. The products of twos skip counts by 2. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 10, 12. It'll keep going. Isn't that cool? Anything else? Santiago, what did you notice?
That the number in the middle was the numbers in the middle was it was going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure. Ava, what did you notice?
Every time you there's always gonna be 2 groups of that same number.
Nice. Anytime I'm multiplying, there's going to be 2 groups of that number. I like it. I want you to make a 1 by 6 array. A 1 group of 6. 1 by 6. With your red counters. I want specifically red. 1 by 6. One by 6.
Good job.
Now, using the yellow counters, I want you to turn your 1 by 6 into a 2 by 6. So you're gonna have a 2-colored array. No. Some of you are not listening. Using your red counters, you should have a 1 by 6. You're not changing those colors. But now you're going to turn your 1 by 6 into a 2 by 6. Now, you need a 1 by 6 to start with. Sabrina, you're adding yellow. There you go. Thanks. Hello, red counters. Is this color red? Please turn your body all the way around. So you're on this side of the desk. So I'm now going to take my yellow counters and add on you got that? Okay. So if I know what 1 times 6 is, can I figure out what 2 times 6 is?
Yeah.
How? If I know what 1 times 6 is, how do I use that to figure out what 2 times 6 is? 1 times 6 is in red. How can I use that to figure out what 2 times 6 is? Jackson, what you think?
You can double it.
You are going to double it. You're going to double it. So if I ask you, what is 1 times 6? What is the product of 1 times 6? What is the product? Aviana? 6. Go ahead and write your equation inside your notebook. 1 times 6 equals 6.
On the same page?
Yep. If I know this, double it to figure out 2 times 6. If I know 1 times 6 is 6, I can use that to double it and say 2 times 6 is what? Piper? 12. 12. Sabrina?
I have.
Yeah.
You doubled that with 6 and you just had 1.
Perfect. You know it's one group of 6. So you're just going to add another group of 6. You're exactly right. And that equals 12. What if I gave you 1 times 4? What is 1 times 4? 1 times 4, Ava? 4. What about 2 times 4 now? Double it. 2 times 4. 4 plus 4. Emily? 8. What if I gave you 1 times 7? 1 times 7. Kaylee? 7. Now use that to figure out 2 times 7. 2 times 7. Piper? Perfect. Perfect. Your 2's are just your doubles. And you should know your doubles from way back at the very beginning of the year. That was one of our very first mental math strategies, is our doubles. You should know your doubles. Okay, we got this in our notebook? Make sure it's in your notebook, please. This was our mental math for almost 2 weeks working with a hundreds chart. When we read a hundreds chart, what is the pattern going across? When I read a hundreds chart, what is the pattern going across? We've done this. This is not a trick question. Caleb? Plus or minus? Plus. If I'm going across in order, it's +1. What about going up and down? It's a little bit different. Going up and down. Ryan? Yes, if I'm going down, it's +10. If I'm going up my hundreds chart, I'm losing a 10. Bonus, tricky, diagonal. Diagonal. Elliot? 11. You don't really need to know diagonal, but it's kind of fun. All right, I'm going to give you a hundreds chart. Do not glue it in your notebook yet. We will, but not yet. While you are waiting for me to give you a hundreds chart, please put away your counters and get out a yellow, specifically yellow crayon, please. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. With your yellow crayon. And be careful because crayons don't erase very well. We are going to color in all the products of our multiples of 2. So the very first thing that I'm going to color in is what is 2 times 1? What is my product of 2 times 1? Get a yellow going. There, that'll work. My product of 2 times 1, Gabriella? 2. So I'm going to color in my 2. It shouldn't take forever because you're going to have a whole lot to color. So just a little. All right, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is what, Ryan? 4. Color in 4. 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is what, Emily? 6. 2 times 4. And Tracy? 8. 2 times 5, Jackson? 10. 2 times 6, Ada Washington? 2 times 6, 12. 2 times 7, Colin? 14. 2 times 8, Kaylee? 16. 2 times 9, Sabrina? 18. 2 times 10, Naviana? 20. I think we can start to see a pattern, yes?
It's going down.
No, nothing's going down. I think you need some more words in there. Continue coloring only the multiples of 2 all the way till you get to 100, please. Several of you told me that you notice we're skip counting. That's why we skip counted first. When we are multiplying, all that is skip counting. By 2s, if we're multiplying by 2. Also, if you got down here to some of the larger numbers and you don't know how to skip count, it's every other one. 1, 2. 1, 2. You can count in between how many you need to go. Piper?
Like if you go down.
Yes?
Like if you go down by 2s.
Yep.
If you go down, that those are all the numbers you skip count by, so you could just color it down.
Sure. Sure. And if we go all the way back to when Caleb told us that everything times 2 is going to give us an even number, I think this is pretty much the proof. Everything you colored was an even number. That's pretty awesome. All right, save this page. We're not going to glue it in yet because we're not quite done with it yet. Okay, we talked about what we noticed in yellow. Put this page underneath your math notebook. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and fill in the 2's in our mini multiplication chart going up and down. So you have that dog-eared in your page. Flip to your mini multiplication chart. Jackson, you got a question, buddy?
No.
All right, we're going to fill it in going vertically, going up and down. 2 times 0 is what?
0.
0. Hey, we already have that filled out. 2 times 1 is what?
0. 1. 2.
Yikes. 2 times 1 is 2. 2. If you're making extra noise, that's not helpful. Hey, we already have that filled out. 2 times 2 is what? 2 times 2 is what, Lindley? 4. 2 times 3 is what? 2 times 3. Ava? 6. 2 times 4 is what, Ryan? 8. 2 times 5 is what, Sabrina? 10. 2 times 6 is what, Madeline? 2 times 6. 12. 2 times 7. Aiden Tracy? Oh. Oh. Kaylee? 14. Look at our pattern so far, Aiden. Oh. Piper, 2 times 8. 16. 2 times 9. Aiden?
8.
2 times 10. Santiago? 20. 20. Can I fill out anything else? Yes. Can I fill out anything else? Caleb? What can I fill out? What do you mean the top? From what number? Gabriella. Keep going. From where? Where am I starting? 4s, like this. Starting where, Caleb? Emily, you want to have them out? We're going across.
Right
Across where?
next to the 4.
This 4?
No, the 4 that we filled out.
We're still in the 2s. Why can't we go across? Because we just did 2 times 2 and 2 times 3 and 2 times 4.
Because 2 times 3 equals 6, so we can put a 6.
I know, I did 2 times 3 equals 6. I already did that.
On the top.
But that's 3 times 2. This is 3 times 2, and I'm not doing 3s. We're doing 2s. So can I fill it out going across?
Yeah.
Ada?
That's definitive property.
Yes!
Dang it.
2 times 3 equals 6. 3 times 2 still equals 6. My order of my factors does not matter to my answer. My answer is worth the same amount, even though, whatever you're playing with, get out of it. My factors are in a different order. So, Emily and Caleb, it doesn't matter that this is 3 times 2. I can still do it because my order of my factors doesn't matter. What's that math term again? Aiden just told you. What is that math term that says we can do that? Sabrina? Commutative property. So what's 3 times 2? Aiden? 6. 4 times 2. Aviana? 8. 5 times 2. Kaylee? 10. 6 times 2. Lindley? 12. 7 times 2. Gabriella? 'You've already written it down once. 7 times 2 is what, Gabriella? 14. Get that bottle out of your mouth. 8 times 2. And Tracy? No. 16. 9 times 2. Ryan? 18. Madeline? 10 times 2. 20. Wow, look at all those math facts you know. Look at all those math facts you know. So if I know what 2 times 5 is, do I also know what 5 times 2 is? Yes. Yes, I do. Sabrina, what's up?
I realized.
So I have my red 2 by 2 and my yellow 2 by 2, and now I'm going to squish them together so they're all in a nice row. And I want you to turn them either all red or all yellow. If you are making extra noise, that's not helpful to someone else's learning. What array do I have now? What array do I have now? Make them all red or all yellow. What kind of an array do I have now? Caleb? Not a 4 by 4. Look at your rows. Look at your columns. You're close. Not a 4 by 4. Colin?
4 by 2.
A 4 by 2. Or 2 by 4, depending on how I want to say it. I have 2 rows by 4 columns. Yeah, go ahead and draw that in your notebook.
Wait, do you want us to?
You can draw that array if you want to, that's fine. Naviana, I need you to get with today, please. You're wasting my time scrolling through your notebook. I had a 2 by 2, right? What's a 2 times 2 equal? Or 2 by 2 work? What does that equal? 2 times 2. Ada Washington? 4. And then I added another 2 by 2 to that, right? And you just told me 2 times 2 is equal to 4. What is 4 times 2 equal to? Get your line together. Emily? 8. No. A 2 by 2 array plus another 2 by 2 array equals a 4 by 2 array. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Get that in your notebook, please. Sabrina?
I realized
Yes.
that every single one, it equals every single one down.
What does that mean?
That all the ones on the top equal up.
Alright, so we're going to color in our hundreds chart all the products for our 4s blue. Let me get a blue going. Alright, 4 times 1. What's the product of 4 times 1? Naviana?
4.
4. Color in 4. I know, it's already got color on it. 4 times 2. What is 4 times 2? Quit going ahead. Y'all gonna mess this up and crayon doesn't erase. Emily?
8.
8. 4 times 3. Piper?
14.
No. Lindley?
12.
12.
Weird.
No. 4 times 4. Jackson? 16. It's supposed to. Yellow plus blue equals green. Right? You been to art class? Ever? What's 4 times 5? Sabrina? 20. Hey, if you don't know, can you just skip count? Like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you understand what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going until you fill in this whole hundreds chart. Go slow. So one thing Jackson noticed, he said, it's all of my 4s are colored on top of most of my 2s, but not all of them. Yes, your 2s, you have to have your 2s to make your 4s. Your 4s are your 2s doubles. So remember we wrote at the very beginning 2s, aka doubles?
Yeah.
4s are doubles.
Oh, so that's the one.
So your 4s are your doubles. If you are not done, then you have a crayon here. Use it. So turn back. Oh no, you're still in your where we were today. Your 2s equal your doubles. Right? We talked about that already. Your 4s are your doubles. 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 So if I know 2 times 4 is 8, that's a double. And if I double that again, I get 4 times 4, which is 16. You're writing that in your notebook, please, Ada and Tracy. So your 2s are your doubles, your 4s are your doubles. Yes.
When I have a sum like that and it's hard to solve, I add the last number together
Mhm. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of practice. Kaylee, in her Christmas sweater of the day. I think every day this week she's wearing a Christmas sweater, which I'm super jealous of. This is all the sweaters I got. Pineapple sweaters. Kaylee is making cookies and wrapping them in groups of 2. How many cookies will she need to make 8 groups of 2? I've read our problem. So what's the next thing I need to do? I've read our problem, Ryan. What's next? What am I counting? No. We gotta be specific. We learned that last time when we started doing multiplication word problems. Haley, what am I counting? I am counting cookies. Haley, you're writing, I'm writing. Haley will need blank cookies to make 8 groups of 2. That's what she wants. She wants to make 8 groups of 2 cookies. Haley will need blank cookies. This is a good one to do some circles and dots, I think. How many big circles am I going to do for my groups? Aiden, Tracy? Nope. How many big circles am I going to do for my groups? Naviana?
8.
8. Those are each of my groups. I need 8 of them. 1 group, 2 group, 3 group, 4 group, 5 group, 6 group, 7 group, 8 groups. Those are my 8 groups. Do you want to do a bar model and make your 8 boxes? Yes, that's fine. I went with circles and dots for this problem. You could do a bar model if you prefer. What's going to go in my 8 groups? What's going to go in my 8 groups, Caleb? 2 dots. My dots are supposed to be cookies, but I'm not going to waste my time drawing cookies. I could do just 2 dots, or I could just write the number 2. What equation goes with my visual model I just made? What equation is going to go with that? Santiago?
2 plus 2 plus 3.
I could do a repeated addition equation, that's not wrong. But I've learned some better math. So instead of doing a repeated addition equation, what kind of equation could I do? Gabriella?
We can do multiplication.
Great, what's that going to look like?
It's going to be 8 times 2.
8 times 2 equals. Hey, we know our 2's. You can skip count. You can count on. If you know one group of 8, double it. 8 plus 8. No, some of you need to read and learn your doubles. Sabrina, what is 8 times 2?
16.
16. How many cookies will Kaylee need if she wants to make 8 groups of 2 cookies? Emily? 16. Very good. All right, got one more problem to do. Aiden Tracy is arranging his toy cars into 4 rows. There are 3 cars in each row. How many cars are there in all? I read the problem. Step 2 is what? You better not be drawing any circles, Aiden Tracy. Because I got to do something before I start doing math. I know you're excited. Jackson?
You have to make a unit.
I have to make my answer sentence with a unit. What am I counting?
Cars.
Cars. There are blank total cars, or some version of that. I know I'm counting cars. Now in this problem, he's arranging things into rows and columns. So instead of doing a bar model, and instead of doing circles and dots, I think I'm going to make an array. Because it tells me rows and how many are in each row, right? So it says there are 4 rows. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 rows.
I was doing that. And I
Great.
wanted to draw these circles.
Great. And then my next sentence tells me there are 3 cars in each row. So in this row, 1, 2, 3. In the next row, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So now I have an array. What equation goes with that array? What equation goes with that array? Naviana?
4 times 3.
Awesome. Keep going. You can skip count by 4s. If you don't know, we can chunk it. 2 times 3 and 2 times 3. Gabriella?
12.
12. Jackson, I need you to get control of your breath over there. So how many total cars? Aiden Washington, sit up. How many total cars? Aiden Tracy. Arranging. Aiden Tracy, what you got? 12. 12. Alright, we are going to stop here. So once you've gotten everything in your notebook